Today we're trying out some football matchday hospitality at Newcastle Blue Star Football Club. And today's match is an FA Cup first qualifying round match versus Heaton Stannington. Kicking off today's matchday, we did arrive at the KD Stadium 2 hours before kickoff. We then had our e-ticket scanned as we made our way into the stadium, which has had a fair amount of improvement works completed in recent years. And this includes some terraced areas, a couple of stands, a seating area and a marquee next to the pitch, which we decided to explore. And because we were quite early, not too busy now, but it did get very busy later on, and there was a paid bar, some views of the pitch and a pool table. And at this point, the players started to arrive. Now some background on the club. The home colours are black and white, a bit more on the home kit shortly. And inside the marquee, we did spot quite a few trophies on display. And amongst them, we did spot an FA Cup, which we managed to get our hands on. We also managed to get our hands on some darts. And after a quick game with the opposition's assistant manager, it was time to check out the club shop. And inside, we did spot the home kit. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And you know the drill by now. We added a new pin badge to the collection. By this point, we still had around an hour until kickoff, so we continued our look around the outside of the stadium, past the Dan Walton stand and into the home team changing room. Now some more background on Newcastle Blue Star Football Club. The team normally plays at level 9 of English football, but today it was an FA Cup tie. And two of the club's nicknames, the Aristocrats and the Star. Now time for some hospitality and something a little bit different today. We did make our way to the corner of the pitch where there was a roped off area. We then made our way up a few steps and into a shipping container turned hospitality lounge. Space for around 10 people. There were a few guests inside already. And as we made our way inside, we were offered a welcome drink. And one of the options, a club branded can of water. We then grabbed a matchday programme and we were really impressed with this. There were some very comfy padded seats inside the lounge, along with a decent view of the pitch. Next, time for some food, and there was a hot and cold food buffet along with snacks, and a bit later on there was a homemade chicken curry. So we helped ourselves to plate number 1 and enjoyed on the private balcony. At this point, team sheets were handed out, so we made our way back downstairs where the players made their way through the marquee and onto the pitch.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to today's FA Cup clash between Newcastle Blue Star and Heaton Stannington. It's time for the lineups.
And as the players lined up ready for the match, we had enough time to complete an official dog count, which we can confirm finished at 3. And a final comment on the food, because Amanda's homemade cakes were incredible. Now time for some football, and we did find a stall on the balcony as we got ready for the match with a slice of cake. And hospitality tickets were £25 per person and are available for a group booking of 10 people or more. A lovely setup at the KD Stadium, and in the end, Newcastle Blue Star walked away with a 1-0 win. A big thank you to the club for hosting us, and finally, a question for you guys. Where should we go for the next padded seat?